the formulas that are called the multiple angle formulas are formulas for things like sine 2 theta, cosine 2 theta, tangent 2 theta, etc. And they're really easy to derive if you think about it a little bit. And as a hint, you might want to pause and think about how I could use sine of alpha plus beta to derive a formula for sine of 2 theta. And now resuming from the pause, hopefully you had some idea what to do there. Resuming from the pause, you say, well, why not write sine of 2 theta as sine of theta plus theta? And then we just use this formula, sine theta, cosine theta plus cosine theta sine theta, right? Which is what I have worked out here. And of course, these are both just sine theta, cosine theta. So there's two sine theta, cosine theta. So we've got that formula right there. That's the double angle formula for sine 2 theta. Sine 2 theta is 2 sine theta, cosine theta. And notice it's not 2 sine theta. Similarly, we can use this formula and derive the formula for cosine of 2 theta as cosine of theta plus theta, cosine theta minus sine theta sine theta. And so we wind up with one of the forms for that is just cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta. There are two other forms for this one. One of the forms comes from the idea that, well, we can replace this cosine squared theta with 1 minus sine squared theta. And so replacing the cosine squared with this 1 minus sine squared, you can see that what that would simplify to is 1 minus 2 times sine squared theta. Similarly, we could replace this sine squared with 1 minus cosine squared, in which case we would have the formula cosine squared minus, here's the replacement, 1 minus cosine squared, and minus a negative actually makes there be 2 cosine squareds there, theta, 2 cosine squares theta minus 1. And so we have really 3 formulas for the double angle for cosine 2 theta. One is cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta, one is 1 minus 2 sine squared theta, and one is cosine 2 theta. Often in calculus 2, they're used in a slightly different way. In calculus 2, the problem you'll find is that you cannot do something called integrate cosine squared theta or sine squared theta. And you must, in fact, make some kind of a substitution. If we solve this formula for sine squared and this formula for cosine squared, that gives us our substitution for sine squared and cosine squared. And it turns out that the substitution is a function that you can integrate. More on integration when you take calculus. But for now, know that this will come in handy when you get to that point in a calculus class. And here's this formula, solve for sine squared theta. Just subtract the 1 from both sides. Divide both sides by negative 2. And then simplify this a little bit by factoring out the negatives. So sine squared is 1 minus cosine 2 theta over 2, and that is the formula that's used to substitute. This formula right here will substitute for sine squared theta when you're integrating in calculus class. And vice versa, you can take this formula and solve it for cosine squared theta. And here's that all worked out for you. Solving for cosine squared theta, I guess we'd add 1 to both sides and then divide both sides by 2. And then we've got the formula we wanted. Cosine squared theta is 1 plus cosine 2 theta over 2. You'll find it's easy to memorize these because they're really almost the same except for this 1 minus. This is 1 minus cosine 2 theta over 2. This one's 1 plus cosine 2 theta over 2. Right. What about tangent of 2 theta? Should we pause here for a second? Or we'll just end this video and go on to the next one, but you think about tangent of 2 theta. How could we